Hello and welcome back to Rogue Trader. We have one of these motherfuckers. And... Wait, what the fuck is the Greater Demon of Siege called? Keeper of Secrets. Great Unclean One. Blood... Thirster? Is that the big one? And a... What the fuck? No, I know this. I know what that is. I'm just gonna Google Kairos Fate Weaver, cause he is one of these. Lord of Change. Of course he is. Okay. Oh man. This battle has the potential to get dangereux.
I'll see to it personally.
I mean, it kind of just is.
It's as good as done.
Oh well. Oh fuck, did I screwed that up. I'll just do it like that then. Can you do it like this? Come on, bounce. Is that the best? What else can I do? I can do overwhelming. Sure. Now, do I actually have eyes to shoot you? I do. I'm gonna start like that. And then
I'll see to it personally.
that. We're just gonna put you at a considerably lower, but still scary level of armor.
I'll make it happen.
And do this. Can't do this apparently.
I'll see to it personally. Consider this a taste of what's to come.
That's a pretty good way to put it. I could do this. I could do this to give an entire extra turn to someone. Once per combat. If I do it... Hopefully I understand it correctly. That if I do it on, say, Jai... I think I'm gonna do it on Cassia just to be safe. I think I do Irliot.
I'll paint your death in colors.
Because then I can do an analyze, a expose.
I understand your intent.
Did he get more armor somehow?
If it serves your cause.
I'm not sure, but he's got less HP, so I'm okay with it. Then we put a few shots into him.
If I must. No weakness is hidden from my sight.
By a few shots, I mean as many as conceivable.
Fortune favors the swift. Ancestors guide me.
And then we do this.
I understand your intent.
Oh, you get a... Okay, that's nice. You get a chance to do this. I don't know if he's actually being held right now. No idea. But that'll do. You can also do this for Irlit real quick. Because he might realize that, holy shit, she's scary. And just... yeah. You also get to do a thing. Which is appreciated.
Don't get too cocky.
I'm not even sure what Litany of Exhaustion does. Might as well do that. I think that's a decent enough idea. And we do this.
I can do that with the right incentive.
I'll have to do. Oh, you can't do much of anything. Because I've loaded you up with heavy weapons. You can do this. Which is fine by me. How do I get another turn? I don't even... How do I... How... And now is your actual turn. Now I would really like to do that. If I go here... Oh, that's not close enough. If I go here... He's too far away. If I go here, I can do this. So I'm gonna just roll up.
I have read tomes of military tactics.
I'm gonna do that. That's gonna put him way the fuck down as well. I'm gonna do that. Then I'm gonna do this. Is this the best idea? Or is this the best idea? I think this is a better idea. I'll just roll up next to him. And I'll say... sword. And I'll say kick. And I'll say... I can't. That'll have to do. I'll say this.
If you insist,
I think this will get... Can't. I'll do one of these.
Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Okay, here's his turn. Let's see how bad he kills us. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's bad. Shit. Hopefully, I can still hurt him. Unless he's currently, like, shielded from, like, everything. That's... Is it because I can't see him? Just out of curiosity. I just can't fucking do nothing. That looks pretty decent as just a shot, though. So I'm gonna take it.
If it serves your cause.
Jesus. Everything just explodes. I don't know if this penetrates at all.
I am not your Xenos pet.
It does. Sure fucking does, dude. Reload.
Helium is beneath me.
Ah, you can't see the herald. We'll do that, I suppose.
Living on the edge.
You're living a bit too close to the edge, I feel like right now. All the same.
Am I getting paid for this?
I'm just gonna do this. This should kill.
If it serves your cause. I deal death with my hands.
Then we should be able to, like, take out a row here as well.
Slips beyond the veil.
And Let's get that one. Why are there a bunch of zones here? That doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I'll chill out for the time being. What if Ulfar gets another turn? Or do we save it? We save it, I think. Might as well. Get that guy. Argenta. You're kind of the perfect person right now to engage. If you were to go here, you were to do that.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury.
She's doing damage to him. Just fucking blast him, I guess.
I'll do it.
And actually just
In thy
do that.
light I stand, and thy light I pray.
Oh, that wasn't the greatest, apparently. Could have been worse, though. That guy needs to go.
Commands I act.
And slide into cover. Excellent. Do this. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, Conrad. 122, not bad. Kick. Bang, bang, bang. What about this? Let's just get that going. I barely understand what it does, if at all. Okay. I'm gonna chill out over here. No, I'm not. What if I dash all the way over here and I say that? Can I please? That'll have to do.
I have strategy.
We do an overwhelming.
Personally. I'll make it happen.
I'd say perfect spot. How's your armor looking, sir? Worse, but it can be even worse than that. So we do this. And I shoot him again. Probably should be concerned with this Herald.
I'll make it
But I'm frankly more concerned with the big fuck off Lord of Change, if I'm being perfectly honest. Acacia. If you can go here, do you have range? You sure fucking do. I'm gonna go here. I don't know if is he still cursed? Can I curse him again? Does it help? Probably not. Another one of these. Not in range for that. But you can do this at the very least. Kick him. Kick his fucking ass. He's almost done. He's gonna get another turn, son of a bitch. No, he's not. I can apparently shoot him again, just fuck off. I'm great at video games, apparently. Holy shit. Let me quick save, brother man. Speaking of brother man, we're gonna talk to him in just a fucking second. First of all, let's just level up in peace. That... everything just worked out. Sure. I don't know. I've kind of become the tech use person. Maybe I should grab some tech use. That's fine. Now you. Plus 2 MPA. He doesn't take damage all that often. So I think that's pretty good. More carouse seems like a good idea. Was that it for Conrad? Is he done? I don't know. Sure. Demolition, you're good. Anything else you're decent at? Athletics, I suppose. Medicaid, let's grab Medicaid, because you do that sometimes. Actually, you probably should right now. Before that, though. Do we just grab the next one? Let's just grab the whole tree. I don't even know what it does, who cares? I have it now. That makes me better. I don't know. Want to be persuasive? No, you want warp lore actually, I think. Resistance tests? You know what, why not? You can get even more imperial. No, you can't actually. Commerce? You wanna commerce? That's in character. You know what? Let's get you the instant exposure. Because I've discovered that exposure is really, really good. So I'm gonna give it to you. I want more awareness. Okay, great. Now, before we do anything, there's some loot. We got an Astartes bolter. Got inherent blasphemy. That's quite the name for a weapon. Urlon's accursed Crozius. It's a Crozius. Damn. Well, it's mine now. It's a trophy. Urlon is just on the floor over there. Let's get the band together. Pick up the little bits of loot. A Mars pattern Astartes Flamer. Is that better than the one you're using right now? No. This is better. There's another one. With another heretical chain axe. I wish I could give Ulfar a chain axe, but apparently that's not something I'm allowed to do.
The Emperor sets my path.
Before we do anything else, where did... Where's Jai? She's like inside
Will subside. I hold you a debt.
another person. Where is... Can I interact with you at all? No.
Is there money to be made?
Okay, little quick save just in case. And then we push the button. Report completion. The Voxcaster is producing nothing but static. Hello? Can anyone hear me? Aishara's voice cuts through the static. We read you, strike team. This is lift control. Report your status. Uralon is dead. Aishara responds after a brief pause. Acknowledge, strike team. Beginning the extraction of the priority cargo. A fine victory, Jane. They will tell sagas about the day the contemptible Uralon fell. The Cog priest should offer you a fine cup of mjöd for saving their prayer world. Thorvald nods at the two gaunt bodies in crimson robes lying on the floor. If you hadn't, Uralon would have bathed them in 100-fold more blood. As for you, Ulfar Thunderlung, you have proven yourself. The Stormbiters will tell all about your feat and your roaring song. I thank you, Thorvald. You and your brothers fought well. You did the wolves proud. It will be my joy to share a cup with you at the victory feast, Ironhide. How is your pack, Thorvald? What are your losses? Several of my brothers will carry on fighting their battles in the Allfather's host. The rest have survived. We've shed much of our blood, but the wolf's hide is tough and his spirit is stubborn. Once you take us down, you better finish us off. The Stormbiters live on this day and the next. I see you and Ulfa have worked through your quarrels. It doesn't become a noble warrior to bark at his battle comrade after a good fight. Ulfar Thunderlung has proven that the spirit of the baleful howl is alive and strong. Then let the ravens fly where he has walked, and let them tear at the bloody harvest left in his wake. May Blackmane guide you through the black of night, Ironhide. Know that if your pack calls, the baleful howl will always answer. What was hidden down there? What was the treasure that Uralon was after? I know not. Kalkasar's calls did not allow anyone into the hidden arsenal. All we could see is them dragging crates up to the surface. 'Tis the age-old way. We fight, they sweep up the spoils. Thorvald grimly knows of the pair of corpses. We brought these from below. For all I know, it's his calls that killed them to seal their lips. You see no signs of violence on the two women's bodies. With their porcelain white skin proves without a doubt they are dead. Their hands are clutched together in a death grip. The sweet scent of rotten meat prickles my nostril. But it's not the fallen bodies I smell, it is the hands of the Inquisitor's minions. 'Tis what my instincts tell me too. My heart never had a strong faith in Kalkasar's words before, but now whatever phantom trust I had is scattering into smoke. We must ask questions and get answers, by force if that is the way it has to be. Both wolves affirmed the last words with energetic and murderous looks. I'm gonna examine the tech priest's bodies. Something strange occurred to the two women's augmetics. It is like they began to grow inside their flesh, spreading webs of metal around them. Oh, like Warlock, kind of. New Mutants, Warlock. After taking a closer look, you realize that every augment seemed to have begun mutating, developing new forms and functions not envisioned by their creators. Seems probable that this is what caused their demise. Suddenly you hear a click and hello? Inside one of the tech priest's bodies, and her eyes open wide. A spasm shakes her gaunt limbs, making Thorvald clutch his weapon. Her lips twist into a crooked line, forcing out two words. The yoke! She's still alive. Call the Medicae. Reconstruction impossible, says Axiomantha. The woman's whisper is barely audible, but the weak voice that is coming from her pale lips still sounds more alive than the mechanical hiss of a voice. The shelter has fallen. The maimed hunter comes. Cessation of vital functions inevitable. Her eyes momentarily roll back, but then a metallic churr inside her chest brings her back to consciousness. And inspect her wounds. There's not a single wound upon her white skin, but there is no doubt that she will soon perish. Her augmetics are failing as if they were sabotaged by some entropic influence. For a moment you consider it a sign of the tech blight, but then you refute the thought. What you are witnessing is not decay, but transformation of the matter from which the tech priest's true flesh is made. Who are you? Magos, Axiomantha, Hanuman! That is my identifier. Fuck, I didn't bring Pascal. You're not the first servant of the Omnissiah I've met who goes by that name. Not even the second, for that matter. She responds with a faint and enigmatic smile. You have found yourself at the center of a tangle of paradoxicality. Paradoxicality, even. You spoke of shelter and a maimed hunter. What did you mean by it? The place was a shelter. The Lord Inquisitor hid me there, and not me alone. A high-pitched groan of pain interrupts her word. The maimed hunter, a figure of termination, an unknown variable, Amonot's nemesis. I never met them, but infer their existence based on statistical evidence and logical conclusions. The portents of entropy foretell that the hunter is near. Can you speak more plainly? Are my words obscure? That is regrettable. Processing becomes difficult when you only have one half of your mind. Certain notions, data, and logical instruments were left in the less functional part of me. How do you know about Amonot? I was a disciple of the Messiah of Discontinuing. When he was laid low, I found myself here. I hid from my reckoning. I reached out to the Omnissiah's wisdom as I pondered and considered. Logic revealed much to me even here, in my prison. Was she your sister? She was. A phenomenon of flesh divided me into two identical bodies at birth. Oh, twins? The Omnissiah's wisdom let me overcome this physiological flaw by braiding back the separated mind. I was the first unificate in the fleet. Is that a lore thing? Has that been a thing for a while? That take priests in the adepts, not priests, that twins, or like, I don't know. Now this half of me is dead. The rest of my mind is fading. Some sympathetic principle is insurmountable. The tech priest closes her eyes and starts whispering something incomprehensible, sinking deeper into the depths of oblivion. I have learned enough about you. If you wish no more, then hurry. The turning of the cog will soon cease. What happened to you? A pain shadow falls on her face. The chapel was attacked. The preservation protocol commanded me to hide within the inner artifactorium and block all outside access to it. Prolonged presence in close proximity to the object was prohibited by the algorithm, but the preservation protocol had a higher priority. The object affected me. I resisted. Resistance led to structural change. The object. I'm just gonna go on a wild limb here. Here's my wild Hail Mary prediction, is that it's related to the Necron. Just because there's gotta be Necron in this game, because there's like an icon for Necron trophies that they want. So there's gotta be Necrons. I'm gonna kind of assume, or not assume, but I'm gonna guess that this is related to Necrons. That's my Hail Mary guess. What object? The yoke. The weapon we forged at the Lord Inquisitor's command. The Destroyer of Worlds. It does not have to do with Necrons. Okay. I need more details. How does it work? What even is this yoke? An enigma. The project was kept secret from everyone, including the Smiths. We forged fragments of it. It was a tool for controlling energies of staggering power. And it was not the Omnissiah's blessed gifts that served as its foundation. It was forbidden knowledge, knowledge that we comprehended. What else do you know about this weapon? How did Calcasar learn of it? Against whom does he intend to use it? Against anyone. Its power is absolute. The first experiments with this tech relic were calamitous. The tech blight is merely its echo. Its potential is so much greater. She stops, as if frightened by her own words. It never should have fallen into the hands of the laity, but the Lord Inquisitor stole it. Its secret was procured beyond the dimensional gate, beneath the dark stars, and passed over to Amanat. Calcasar destroyed the Messiah of Discontinuing, and robbed him, and claimed the secret for himself. He knows. She points at Thorvald. He was there. Really? He glances at you in shame. She speaks no lies. The first task the Inquisitor gave us in the expanse was to destroy a cult of tech heretics. The deed was done. This Amarnat, was he a good priest? Did Calcasar drag us into something foul? Ulfar looks away and rumbles heavily. I was there too. I fought those judged by Calcasar. Ulfar, why did you keep quiet about this? Ulfar mutters, his expression as dark as a storm cloud. There wasn't my interest, there was another's will, and it is the chapter's matter. I've already told you more about the wolves than many of my brothers would have said in my place. I understand, Space Wolf Ulfar. Understand? You understand nothing. A violent roar erupts from Ulfar's throat as his face turns red. What can you know of what it's like for a warrior of the Old Father to be among mortals? You are my battle comrades, you are almost a pack to me, but you do not carry Rasa's blessing. You are not of my blood. You think I enjoy keeping my mouth shut about the wolves' secrets? You think I come from secretive snides whose thoughts crawl and slither like vipers? It disgusts me. Truly a wolf's place is among the wolves. Ulfar grinds his teeth, no longer hiding his shame and anger. Why did Calcasar need you to do it? At first he tried to do everything swiftly and quietly, but his agents and the cog priests loyal to him failed to capture the leader of the tech heretics. That's when he realized he needed indestructible warriors. He needed us. The cog carls were powerless against the wolf's might. And we brought carnage to the explorators' ships and worlds. What else do you wolves know about Amanat? He throws up his hands. Nothing, I swear, on my honor. He disappeared, and so did his ship. There is no blood of his upon our hands. What do you know about this secret weapon? I never even knew there was a weapon. I was told of traitors, and I tracked them down. I claimed no trophies. I had no part in any dark intrigues. You think I would have wished that sneaky, scheming viper to get his hands on something so powerful? I wouldn't even trust him with my axe. You were wrong to obey Calcasar. He used you to commit a dark deed. My instinct tells me as much. Thorvald grits his teeth, his face grown grim until it resembles an emotionless stone statue depicting an ancient deity of storms and thunder. How exactly did the object affect you? A difficult thing to explain to a laywoman. Metamorphosis phenomena occur in the object's vicinity. Sacred technology and even ordinary plastids start to behave willfully, shifting, restructuring, and altering their fundamental attributes. You know, secret knowledge still might be Necrons. It might be Necrons. Imagine yourself gazing upon a surface of water that was disturbed by a stone an era ago, but the ripples never stopped coming. That's what it felt like. The object propagated echoes of change. Why are you revealing Calcasar's secrets to me? I was never his servant. I was forced to serve. When our circle was broken, he offered me a choice. Submit or die. He threatened to kill half of me if I refused to forge for him. He needed Archmagos Amanat's knowledge, and I had it. I saw no sense in resisting. I doubt I can learn any more from you. It's difficult to process. Have I fulfilled my duty to the Omnissiah? May I rest now? She looks through you like she can no longer see you. You are in need of help. Attempts to slow down the degradation process are irrational, for they only prolong my suffering. I wish to cease to be. Her eyes close. Brother, take my thoughts. I kept them. Keep them now. Her final words are a faint whisper. Demand answers from Calcasar. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna leave here. What did I think of that? I think because she talked about the circle being broken. If you... where is it? If your circle stays unbroken, then you're a lucky man, 'cause it never, never, never has for me. I can't go that low. It's fine. Good song though, Dio. So we meet again, Ulfar Thunderlung. Thorvald gives Ulfar a stern nod, then turns his steely gaze on you. Live long, rogue trader. Business has brought us to your Drekkar. Why did you take your armor off? The traces of Halbrand's encounter with Ulfar's rock-hard forehead are still fresh on his face. The young wolf rests his hand on his axe. Greetings, brothers. What brings you here? Ulfar returns Thorvald's look with an equally fierce glare. For some reason, he has forgone his magnificent armor today and stands on the bridge, clad in little more than the physical perfection inherent to an angel of the Emperor. That's one way of saying buck naked. Live long, comrades. Fenris Yölda. Fenris Yölda. We thank you for your hospitality and kind words, brave Huskarl. Thorvald's face breaks into a wide grin, his affected severity vanishing from his face. He rumbles solemnly. Brother Ulfar, you swore that you would stand for the honor of your pack, the Baleful Howl. Did you descend on to Euphrates too with your brothers? Did you fight? That world my boots did tread. In fallen halls my victory cries I roared. The day the All-Father asks for a reckoning of my deeds, I will not be ashamed to tell of the siege of Euphrates. Who will bear witness to the truth of this wolf's words? I will bear witness. Is that a good idea? We know you, Jane. We have seen you in battle. We believe you. Show us the scars, brother Ulfar, that we may see the mark of your deeds in the flesh. I did not acquire my scars to show them off, brother Thorvald. Oh, Jesus. Show the scars, brother, show the scars. Thorvald's cries echoed by the other wolves, who bang their fists on their armors in time with the words. The ship begins to vibrate. Yeah, fucking 5 Space Marines roaring at the same time is goddamn terrifying. I'm gonna look closely at Ulfar. Ulfar's decision appears to, at this meeting without his armor suddenly makes sense. You are watching a ritual, and Ulfar's show of modesty is merely a part of the performance. Fine, I'm gonna join the chorus. Show the scars! Ulfar turns with ostentatious reluctance to let the light fall on the fresh marks he received on Euphrates too. You had no idea he had suffered such deep and grievous wounds. The crowd erupts in roars of approval. Did he receive wounds? I think the biggest thing he was hit with was some lightning from the Lord of Change. Thorvald raises his voice to shout over his brothers. Did you take a glorious trophy in that battle as a token of your valor? Ulfar removes the horn he wrenched from the Hellbrute from his belt, and you notice that it is already carved with Fenrisian runes. The wolf proudly shows the trophy to his comrades, causing another explosion of cheers. Proudly thunders the baleful howl, Praise the All-Father for sending us such a formidable and valiant brothers. Thorvald makes a gesture, and Halbrand removes a magnificent axe from his belt. Yes! Presenting it to Ulfar with a deferential bow. Except from... It's one-handed. Except from the Stormbiters, this gift in honor of the battle that was fought shoulder to shoulder. So, that's it? You're all best friends now? Of course, rogue trader. Ulfar is our glorious brother, and any of us would gladly die for him. How? Do not seek to understand wolves. Only one born on Fenris can understand the nature of our friendship and our enmity. And the Stormbiters are my brothers. It has been an honor to hunt with you all. Thorvald, now will you tell Ulfar where to look for his brothers? The wolf hands you a data slate. The coordinates displayed on it are a monstrous distance from the inhabited worlds of the expanse. I will not stand in Ulfar's way if he chooses to go searching, but, brother, you have proven the glory of your pack. Is it not time to sever this weird thread? With respect, not disrespect. I don't know why I read it like that. I once again extend my offer to join the Stormbiters. The pack's plasteel marks are resting in Thorvald's outstretched hand. Forgive me, brother, but I must decline your offer, though my heart fills with joy at the thought of fighting alongside you. Ulfar draws a knife adorned with scarlet runes and slices his palm. I, Ulfar Thunderlong, swear before the Black Mane, and by the blood of Fenris, that I will not cease to seek my pack until my own eyes behold them, alive or dead. I understand, brother. Thorvald sighs with regret. May Blackmane run beside your path. Fortify yourself, stoke your rage. I see that your heart is darker than the waters of the world sea, so I ask you, take care you do not join those of whom we must not speak. This is a dangerous line of questioning, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Of whom you must not speak? Halbrand clears his throat and opens his mouth to reply, but he catches the sharp glances of Ulfar and Thorvald and swiftly changes his mind. You do not need to acknowledge. You do not need that knowledge, Etvater. There are paths in the forest that only wolves ought to tread. Ulfar, give us a look at your new axe. Thorvald grins with pride as he looks upon the magnificent weapon. Thorvald. Our rune priest tempered it in the blood of the despicable word-bearers who fell on Euphrates too. The blade is enamelled and with bone meal from the tooth of a Fenrisian kraken, and inscribed on it are the names of all the brothers of the baleful Howl Pack. Lord has succeeded. You know that a name inscribed on a Fenrisian weapon can mean different things, whether glorification of past heroes or commemoration of the fallen. Ulfar runs his fingers over the symbols, lingering first on one name and then another. You are no expert in Fenrisian runes, but you can make out these two, Arnulf and Skadi. Thank you for this gift, worthy of the Varagir, Ironhide. Ulfar tests the weight of his new weapon, and his face bears that satisfied expression seen only on the faces of true warriors who have found the perfect weapon for their hand. Ulfar, I see you have decorated your trophy from Euphrates too. With something of a flourish, Ulfar shows the angular yet graceful script of runes that wind around the gleaming horn. When I return to Fenris, I will drink mead from this while singing the saga of my march into the Coronis expanse. So, what now? Well, we should probably return to our Drekkar. You sense a question mark at the end of Thorvald's statement. Ulfar's face becomes serious and he gives you a significant look. I can hardly let the glorious wolves of Fenris leave without first treating them to a fine feast. There we go. Those voices don't sound quite right. Honestly, just digitally pitch them down an octave and it's fine. The wolves burst into a shout of approval, and someone with a gravelly voice starts singing a merry song, no doubt one about massacres and glorious deaths on the battlefield. The kitchen servants here are certainly no match for those serving in the great hall of Fenris, but the masters of this trek are not lacking in hospitality or generosity. The small group of space wolves is enough to fill your entire magnificent ship with clamor, shout, and other portents of the coming feast. A formidable feast in which eating, drinking, and singing will be done the way the wolves do all things, to their last gasp. Neat. Oh, it's been an adventure, hasn't it? This whole business. Now. Yes. Yes. Let's go. Oh boy, howdy. Actually, where did the... So, yeah. That's a lot better. He's gonna be a little worse at parrying, but he can take it. Flicks bleeding. Yep. Now, if only I could afford a goddamn helmet. Can I afford a goddamn helmet? I wonder. Just a quick look at... Was it you guys? Oh, you do have holy power armor. However, this is probably where I'm gonna find the helmet. That's quite a bit off. It's a beaky helmet too. That's not good for our Ulfar. But this is. Because he does have a flamer. That I want him to use sometimes. Before we quit, can I just... just give you as much as I can. Which brings us to where, regarding Kiavagama. Nope. We're getting close. And we might as well sell what we can here. Just a little bit. Get us a hammer. Why not? What else? I don't know if I care about your stuff, but your stuff I think I care even less about. What is like the coolest stuff you have? A heavy bolter. An improved heavy bolter, that's nice and all, but and I'm pretty sure as well that there's not. Maybe I do care about their stuff then. Oh, we have void stuff here. I didn't even realize. But we can pick up... can pick up an alternative engine that I don't think is actually gonna be better. Oh well. Now, it's been quite an episode. We've got a lot of stuff done. We have some issues to deal with next time. Such as, why is my servitor ragdolling on the floor? Except we won't be able to deal with that. We have a few people to talk to. Master Hanuman, perhaps more than anyone. But we'll do that next time. I will see you later.